So Tesla spiked 5% today on news that they sold $930 million worth of their Bitcoin and added that to their balance sheet. Let's see how the price of Bitcoin reacted, and let's talk all about it. Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to talk to you guys about this Tesla news right here. According to Bloomberg, it says Tesla has sold a majority of its Bitcoin after turbulent crypto foray. Coming down, it says Tesla converted $936 million of cash to our balance sheet. The electric car manufacturer disclosed that it bought $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, subsequently sold 10% of its stake in April, and then now their earnings have shrunk to $218 million right now. Elon Musk says that the company sold the Bitcoin to maximize its current position. So basically, Elon has been thinking that everything is going into a recession real soon, so he's probably just doing some risk management over there at Tesla. It's like, hey, if we can walk away with $936 billion, might as well. But the interesting thing to me is that they still got themselves about $218 billion worth of digital assets. Pretty interesting that they're saying its digital assets have shrunk to $218 million. So what other digital assets do they have on there besides Bitcoin? That's just a side question. But you know, they still got they be alright. They still got a whole bunch of Bitcoin, and if you know when Bitcoin goes back up, they're probably making a nice billy off of that in the long term. So they be alright. But basically, Elon thinks that everything's going into recession, so he's been getting rid of some assets, maximizing profits. They say that they lost money on Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did, because you know price has been sucking lately. But he said this is not some verdict on Bitcoin, so he's not saying that this is his final opinion on Bitcoin or his final view on Bitcoin. But at the end of the day, it's like, who cares what Tesla says about Bitcoin, because they obviously have been doing some weird things when it comes to Bitcoin in the first place, like saying that they didn't know that Bitcoin doesn't use renewable energy and all this stuff. Like, Elon knows how mining works. Come on now. But when this news dropped, Tesla had some nice bullish things going on. We could see that, like, in the last 2 days it's up about 6% in the last 2 days. But right now it's at its major resistance level. So I got this green level in this chart right here, which is, you know, it's trying to do an SR flip right here on this chart right now. So it was, this green line was resistance a bunch over here, it was support a bunch over here, and right now it's trying to get back above it. The 13 and 34 did cross, so maybe this will give it some space to catapult it above that level. So we shall see. So for those of you guys who want to learn how to trade, I did make a trading course. It is available as NFTs, and they got my beats attached to it, so I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you get the NFT, then you can get the course, and also you will get access to a trading group where you can put your charts in there and learn with me, and I'll help you learn crypto. It's not just something where I'm just throwing a bunch of information out there. Let's get this money together. Links in the description. So looking at this Tesla chart to me is like similar to looking at the Bitcoin chart, because Tesla, like, you know, the market kind of follows Tesla sometimes, or the big stocks like Tesla and Apple and some of the more popular ones like Coca-Cola, you know. So just something that I look at sometimes to see some interesting things. But how did the Bitcoin price react to it? So Bitcoin actually had a little bit of a dump when this news dropped. So it spiked up today to about 24, let's see, where did it get up to? 24,287, and then in the last couple of hours it has been going down, so it's at about 285 right now. Hopefully it just holds this level at least 222. Why am I saying 200? What? Anyways, y'all know what I meant, right? I hope y'all knew what I meant, right? Anyways, yeah, so right now it needs to hold this level at 22K, 22,600. So let me put that in the chart. Actually, I'm gonna just put this right in here. As long as it holds that level, we shall be pretty good. Looking at this Bitcoin chart right here, which is the weekly chart, you can see, like I said, I didn't want to spike too early during the week because usually the chart likes to close bearish, spike up right here and then come down. You can watch it happen on the 1 hour chart. Same thing happens on the weekly chart for some reason. So I wanted this to spike back up like on Saturday and stay above it, but it's looking like we could have some situation where we start dipping below this, and I don't want that to happen. That can be very bearish. If it closes right here and like solidifies this, it can go back down to like 19K or even lower. But looking on the daily chart, it looks like it could just be a retest of this previous resistance right here that it's been in for, you know, since about June 13th. So looking at the total too, it looks a little bit more interesting than Bitcoin because it is above the 200 moving average and hasn't dropped below it or closed below it as of yet. So I wonder if a lot of people are just holding on to their altcoins in different forms like staking and stuff like that, which is adding to this. So those coins would like be counted out of the market, kind of, in a way, I guess. I don't know, forget that idea. But anyways, we're getting rejected below the 13 moving average for the weekly total too. So the level that we need to beat right now is 619. The level that we need to hold, you know, is 443 million. Nonetheless, we do have, if I turn off the moving averages, turn off this other one, if I turn off these moving averages, we do have this pattern right here, and the price could just, you know, do something where it just, you know, it'll stay in this pattern until it doesn't anymore, you know. And if it breaks out right here, then hopefully that happens. Now, one thing that could happen is that this ends up being resistance and then it breaks through it or it bounces there again. So we just got to wait. We just got to wait and see. But there is major resistance right here because that is a SR flip level right there, because that support was support for a pretty long time going back to March 2021 for the total 2 right there. Looking at the DYX though, everybody's excited because they're like, oh, the DYX had bearish divergence and this and that. If you don't know what that is, links in the description. But they're like, oh, or actually I made videos about bearish divergence before, and if you need me to make a video, I'll always make a video here if you just ask me, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, there was bearish divergence on the DYX chart, and there could be some signs of it coming back down to like the 104 level. Coming back down to like the 104 level, but right now it already broke out and the breakout target is somewhere around 120. So I hope that this overall thing just fails and it just stays around this level where it's been at for like the last 5 or 6 years. Like that would be cool. That would be cool, although gas prices suck. But yeah, another chart that I was looking at was the Matic chart right here. Oh, and it just had a heavy dump as I'm recording this video. So that idea is done. Bear flag it is. Let's go to the Omi chart, which is the last chart that I wanted to take a look at for today. So the Omi chart right here, on the 1 hour it is not looking good, but on the weekly this thing is looking like the perfect rounded bottom from February. Like all the way from February, the price got dumped on pretty damn bad. Like how much of a dump is that? That's like 85% from the bottom, and it's back above the 13 moving average on the weekly with bullish things going on. Also, master collector program finally getting rolled out, KYC finally getting rolled out on the VV app, allowing people to do more things. There's more use cases for the Omi token. If you guys want me to do a deep dive update, let me know about that, because I've been doing some more digging on some things. But yeah, looking at this chart, looks like a nice beautiful rounded bottom. So shout out to this chart right here, because it just looks lovely. The first level that it could get rejected at would probably be, oh, this level right here, 0.0021, or if it does get past that, I would say 0.0036. But I want to see it just come back up and at least just retest the 34 moving average, which will be, you know, about 100% gain for Omi right there. But if we go to the daily, we can see that right here is the first resistance. This 200 moving average on here is about a 35% gain for the Omi token. Of course, this all depends on if the market keeps doing well. On top of all of this bullish attitude and all of this bullishness, every chart also has this. Which is usually a pretty bearish pattern. It'll just go up, and when it breaks out of this, it'll have a downside target of, like, you know. So take everything with a grain of salt, tread lightly at this moment in time right now until we see what happens with this weekly chart for Bitcoin that looks like it wants to just wick and bring itself back down below the 200 moving average on the weekly. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know if there's any coins you would like me to take a look at. I would like to make a community coin video, or I would like to have more coins to look at with you guys on my live streams. Yeah, so check out the website, everythingcurrencycrypto.com. Get yourself some cool merch. Also check out the trading course if you want to learn about that. And if you have noobs, I do have a trading course for how I invest in crypto, from my thoughts and my mindset all the way to how to buy and sell on the exchanges, etc. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. RIP to Crypto Root. Shout out to the ETH hustlers. Till next time, peace.